Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 4th grade concept of solving data problems. This is standard 4.9b in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 2 of the 2017 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answer together. So we have a stem and leaf plot here, and it shows the scores given to dogs at a dog show, and the scores are between 1/10 and 5. And so always when we're looking at our stem and leaf plot, we need to go ahead and take a look at that key down there, and that 1/5 actually means 1.5. So before, sometimes we would see a stem and leaf plot, and the stem would be the tens place and the leaf would be the ones place. In this case, we actually have a stem that is our ones place. We're going to treat this slash here as a decimal, and the leaf is actually going to be the tenths place. So for example, this row right here, the 0 and the 8, right? So that is going to represent the number 8/10 or 0.8. So we've got this second row here of 1, and then a slash, and then 2 and 5. That's not 1.25. Each of these numbers in the leaf is supposed to be read separately. So this is 1.2 or 1 and 2/10 because you've got the 1 and then each leaf is separate. Then you go back to the stem to get the 1, and you go to the leaf to get the 5. So this 1/2 and then a 5 actually represents two different numbers, 1.2 and 1.5. We can kind of extend this down to the 2 line, which has got 3. So the stem is always going to be 2. The first leaf is going to be 2 also, so 2 and 2/10. The second leaf is going to be 2 and 4/10. And the third one is going to get you 2 and 8/10. So hopefully you kind of see how that pattern goes. This third one obviously is our largest one. So we are going to have 3.0. So even though it's just 3, we're going to go and label that as a 3.0 to kind of keep the pattern here. And then I've got a 3.3. I actually have two 3.3s. So it's okay. They're going to be listed separately. So it's okay to list them out separately when we're writing them out. We've got a 3.6, and then a 3.8 or 3 and 8/10. And then finally we get to our last row. We're going to need this last row here. So we've got 3 of them. We've got 4.0, 4 and 0/10. And we've got 2 4.5s, 4.5 or 4 and 5/10. You can say that many different ways. All right, so now we've listed out all the points on our stem and leaf plot. Obviously it's a lot more compact on that stem and leaf plot. We need to find the difference. So we need to know what a difference is. They're not going to give you the operation. Difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. So the sum is the answer to an addition problem. The difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. Between the highest score and the lowest score shown, so we need to interpret the highest and the lowest score. So highest score is going to be right here. It's going to be on the very bottom. It's going to be on the far right of our stem and leaf plot. It's going to be that 5 right there. And so we see that right here. We know that we've already listed that out. That's going to be 4 and 5/10. And then the lowest score is going to be the very top, and it's going to be the very first leaf that we see. And in this case, there's only one leaf on that very top row. It's going to be that 8/10, so 0.8. And once we've interpreted that, that's a simple subtraction problem. We make sure we line up our decimals. But obviously, we had to get that off the stem and leaf plot. And so if we didn't know how to do that, we would be kind of in trouble. But we do know how to do that. We're going to borrow from our 4. We're going to leave 3. Let's make that 15 minus 8. That's 7. 3 minus 0. So there we go. We got 3.7. or 3 and 7/10. And that gives us our answer here of G, 3.7 or 3 and 7/10.